Jen. Hi. So nice to meet you. It's so nice to meet you. How are you? There they are. There they are. Thank you, Erin Walsh. I think the strategy has just been joy. It's just been fun. I feel like so much of Andy Sachs, where she is right now, is she reaches for the things that make her happy. So rather than be too precise with like Easter eggs or things like that, we just kind of wanted to, I don't know, deliver a visual hug to people. So we went with things that made us smile and hope that they would make other people smile too. Oh my gosh, this is Louis Vuitton. It's Louis Vuitton, to say it with an accent. And yes, and I just feel so lucky to get to wear it. It just reminded me so much of New York, and it just felt like a celebration.
Wait. I hope that's not what you're wearing to the dinner. That's all.
Well, I just have to say that I live in menswear, so that felt great. And in terms of having a favorite, let's talk about it after you see the movie.
Hi, Emily. Good, thank you. This is amazing. Tell me why this was the perfect choice for tonight.
This art installation,
The one.
thank God for the astonishing Daniel at Schiaparelli. It was my stylist Jessica. She saw it on the red carpet, on the runway, and I think she killed people for it. I mean, I think people died, But I love it so much. It is just such a creative force in one dress, and it's massive. And so what else are you going to wear to the Devil Wears Prada?
I feel like Emily would approve. Your character, Emily, I mean. Tell me about how your style has changed since being in these films. I know you once said you used to dress like a teenage boy.
I feel like I still dress like a teenage boy. I mean, I think most of my life is dressed for comfort, with the kids and everything and going to set. But I do love, what I love about a presto or a red carpet is that it can be a spectacle. It can be an extension of how you feel. It can be theatrical, and you can have a sort of elsewhereness to your style, and I love that.
Tell me about, I know you famously ad-libbed in the first film, my favorite being this one.
May the bridges I burn light my way.
Oh, God. I mean, I don't want to take credit for too much because Aileen is so brilliant, but they do let me have a free reign, unfortunately for them. May the bridges I burn is mine.
I started using it. And lastly, Andy's character calls Emily iconic in this.
I mean, I feel like it's like all Emily cares about is being iconic. I think that's like hearing that is like water in the desert,
I just saw you have a word with your sister-in-law. What did you two exchange?
Oh, no, she was just probably verbally abusing me as usual.
It's a family affair. Right?
Yeah.
So this velvet suit is incredible. How did you pick for the big world premiere of The Devil Wears
Well, we're
Prada?
lucky enough to have designers who would like to fashion us. Yes. Yeah, this is Armani, and I'm thrilled to be wearing it.
Andy, we need that. The Brunello Cucinelli pants, love those. And you definitely need an embroidered two-piece totem set, but not the terracotta because you're so pale.
I mean, Nigel might be the most fashionable man in film.
Yes.
How has his style influenced you?
Well, I learned a lot from Patricia Fields, who did the original film, the first film. And now Molly, who has done this film, I learned a lot from her too. I've always loved fashion, but those two women taught me, they just expanded the way I see.
And lastly, being here in New York, what is it like to be here at this carpet where everyone will be seeing this movie finally?
It's so exciting. I had no idea. I don't think any of us had any idea when we were making the first one that would be so successful. And also this one, once we started shooting, we realized the rabid desire for it from the fans. And now this sort of sums it all up. It's kind of shocking.
So first of all, tell me about this look and why it was the perfect choice for the big U.S. premiere of Devil Wears Prada 2.
Well, it's custom Prada, so that's why I thought it was perfect. And yeah, I just felt very cool in it.
So
custom Prada, how much of a thrill is it to be wearing that to the premiere that you're in of Devil Wears Prada too?
I feel honoured. I think to wear any dress is just always an honour, but to wear custom Prada to this kind of premiere, yeah, I mean, I feel really, really lucky and happy, yeah.
So I used to have your job. Got to go to Paris Fashion Week. Wore a bunch of pieces from the Chanel collection that year.
You still have all of it?
No, I gave it away.
What? Would have been a bit much for a newsroom.
This is you.
Oh,
Who gives away Chanel?
Meryl called you fantastic as her assistant and said that your character is a Miranda in training. How does that high praise make you feel?
Gosh, kind of speechless. I'm so proud that I got to work with her and I learned so much from her and so grateful for her kindness and her generosity whilst I was working with her. Truly, one of the best moments of my career.
Oh God, I can only imagine. You steal the show with your wardrobe, I gotta tell you. What were some of your favorite designer pieces that you got to wear?
Gosh, so many. I wore a lot of Dolce & Gabbana in Milan that I felt really gorgeous in. A lot of my Tom Brown office looks I loved. Gosh, so many. I can't name just one or two. I think we'd be here for hours if I listed all of them. The costume department in this movie killed it. Molly, Jake, Danny, Jessica, the whole team. From custom looks to archival looks, you know, they really helped us all me personally find my character. So yeah, the costume team, they killed it on this. Sorry, I shouldn't have sworn.
We're not live. You're totally
live.
fine.
Okay,
You're
we can
totally
beep
fine.
that
Beep, beep, beep. One item you would have killed to keep from the wardrobe.
Well, I've been asked this so many times. There were a pair of 2011 black and white Dior shoes that came from the props department, and I remember talking to them about it when we wrapped, and I never followed up. So they were my favorite for sure.
I want to ask, the first film very much defined sort of a young person's hard work, grit, ambition. What cultural impact do you think this film will have on the younger generation?
I want them to feel empowered. When I watched it for the first time, when I was working on it, I felt really empowered, especially as a young woman. So I think that's the biggest feeling that I want people to take away from watching this, yeah.
And lastly, being here in New York where you guys shot, how does it feel to finally have this out in the world?
I mean, it's so exciting. I'm so proud to be a part of it. This is such a meaningful moment for me in my career. It changed my life. I mean, I moved to New York for this movie and I've stayed here ever since. So yeah, I'm just so proud to be here, yeah.
Well, the first thing is, congratulations on being a new dad.
Thank you so much.
Was it hard leaving tonight?
Yes, it's our first night out.
Nicole's out as well?
Yeah, she's around here somewhere. She's right over there.
Wow, Mama's first night out.
Mama's first night. It's our first date night in weeks.
So how's the baby? How has this changed you already? What's life like?
I don't know how it's changed me. It's how he's going to continue to change me, I guess. He's wonderful. That's it. He is wonderful. And wow, I love something so much. I love him so much. That's all I can. It's too hard to put into words.
And is your wife just a superhero for being out here tonight? I mean, for everything, but being out here.
She has been a superhero from the beginning till this moment, and will continue to be. She's been fabulous. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. About the movie, you play a wild character. Yes, I have. I loved it. Tell me about this transformation into this wild character.
It was one of those characters. It was a bit of a blank slate, but in the script, he had a terrible laugh. So that was our first little window in. And then it was just endless, terrible prosthetics. It was just, I had to do one of those things where I had to wear a bald cap. Then I had to put bad hair on top of a bald cap. And once we had that terrible hair, it was pretty much figured out. It was pretty great.
How much time was that in hair and makeup?
It wasn't bad. It was like 3 hours, which is not nothing, but not like a full, I wasn't playing the Grinch or anything. But it was really fun. Like it was, and it was only for, a couple of weeks. So it wasn't the end of the world.
Now, in addition to being in this amazing film, you also got to film in Lake Como, which is not bad. What was that like? Did you run into the Clooney's? Like, paint the scene for me.
We didn't. The Clooney's weren't there when we were shooting Lake Como, but it was one of those like dream jobs where like, hey, you want to shoot for a couple days in Italy at Lake Como, and then like 2 weeks in Milan, and then just a couple days in New York. So it was like the dream job in New York. You get out of your apartment, you like walk to work, then they fly you in a nice airplane over to Italy, and then you eat your face off, and you show up to work and just giggle. So it was a blast.
So you kind of answered this, but what was the call? When you got the call, was it just immediate yes? What was your reaction?
I was immediate yes, and then when I knew I was going to be playing opposite Emily, who I've worked with and I love, I was like, of course, like we're going to have a blast doing this, and we did.
Now, one last question. It might be a hard one, but how old does your son have to be before he can watch his mom on Paradise?
40, I think. No, he can watch. He can watch right now. Right now is actually the perfect age, because he can only see about 18 inches in front of his face. So we'll put him nice and far back, and then he'll just listen to mom's voice, and that'll be it.
First of all, Devil Wears Prada premiere. Why was this the perfect look for tonight? I mean, is there pressure?
Yeah, you know, Walmart did a collaboration with Scoop and the Devil Wears Prada movie, and this is part of the collection. So,
I'm wearing the Free Assembly tailored suit collection. So I just want a classic, nice suit guy look. What can I say?
And
I'm going to the office to work, you know, for Miranda.
I'm surprised you're not in a cape tonight. You just had a pretty heroic experience. Can you tell me how you're doing?
You got to get me a cape. See, you heard it here first. Here's how I'm doing. You ready? Ha! Hoo! Ha! Pow! That's how I'm doing. That's enough said.
Was that basically what happened?
Look, I'm not gonna do a full play-by-play, but there was a lot of karate involved.
Come on, man. It was a very unfortunate situation, and I'm just happy that we're here and we can get this night distraction and everyone's safe. Yeah.
What does bring you out here tonight?
Well, obviously the premiere.
Are you big fans?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. You know, it's one of those classic movies that you can rewatch anytime, and you catch something new every time. And I love the quotes, and I love the fashion. I love all of it. I'm very excited.
Favorite line from the first one?
We were just saying that I watch it in Hungarian more than in English, so it's difficult for me but it's the flowers for spring, groundbreaking, or something like that. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I love that one.
I don't. I'm a passive watcher of everything.